Hello, everyone. My name is Debbie Prediger. If you don't already know me, I am the founder of Empowering You Community. That I built that community and that program and those offerings over 6 years ago when I realized that heart-centered entrepreneurs were different and they needed a different strategy, different skill sets, different support that included mindset to help them get out of their own way and all the skills and the language and the tech and all the things in order to help run a successful business. I am also the founder of the Be Extraordinary Women's Network. And that I built this year, 2025, in January, where I knew that there was a gap between who I was speaking to and reaching. And so I created this platform, this community for me to be able to connect those women, whether they were an entrepreneur or a volunteer or a mom or an aunt, all women of all ages globally across the world, celebrating and spotlighting these extraordinary women and the extraordinary moves they've made and continue to make. It's really a place where you can find that hope and possibility that by seeing or hearing other people's stories. And then I knew there was another level. And so I've created the Shine Circle membership in order to connect those heart-centered entrepreneurs and those women that are looking to be led. They're looking to rediscover who they are. They're looking through that lens of the Shine framework that I have developed and taught, and now am teaching mentors to reteach. So the Shine framework is S is for self-discovery, self-love, and self-acceptance. It's in that first stage of awareness that everything happens. It's in the choice stage. It's in the I see the gaps. I see the old habits and the patterns and the misconceptions. And then H is for healing. And I really believe that we circle in and out of the S and the H many, many times as we evolve. But if we're not healed, we can't lead ourselves, let alone lead others. So sometimes those heart-centered entrepreneurs that are really have a beautiful message and mission, they haven't quite healed enough, not from a judgment, but from a truth. They know it, that they're still in the middle of that. And although that will take people to a certain level, I also witness that those heart-centered entrepreneurs are standing in their own way. That's really why I started the whole visibility challenge last year, a year ago in November, is I could see that inside of my community, there was so many amazing bright stars with missions and messages and stories, and they were shrinking. And they were wondering why their businesses weren't vibrant and that all these people that they were looking for to come into their programs couldn't find them. And I knew that I had to help them shine their unique light even stronger, brighter, more consistency with that clarity and that confidence. So let's go back to Shine Framework. The I is intuition. When you become a healed human, your intuition is on fire. You know exactly what to do. I always call it homeostasis. As a nurse, that's bringing yourself back into homeostasis, into truth, into alignment. That's where everything is in flow state. And you can't help but say the right things to the right people and be a magnet for those that are praying for you. I love practicing intuition and I love having more clarity and confidence to make sure that my intuition is right on, spot on, and really helping guide the way. And then N, it's for nourishment and nurturing. I believe in long-term relationships. I believe in community and collaborations and the collective. And you don't do nurturing by a one drive by, like, here's the thing, I'll take it and I'll leave. That's why building community is so important, is I nurture the people. I meet them where they are, and then I hold them until they're ready and have gone through the Shine framework and they're ready to step up and be a Shine partner or a mentor or even a collaborator or somebody that joins our leadership program. Nourishment is all about mind, body, and soul. What thoughts are you thinking? What food are you giving? What environment are you in? As we heal, we start to recognize that we're kind of in our own way. We're kind of sabotaging ourselves. Maybe we're the thoughts that we're thinking, the people we're hanging around, the food we're putting in or not putting in. Are we really truly nourishing our heart, mind, body, and soul? And then E is for empowerment. Empowerment is where it all started, but it also brought me to evolution. That knowing that there's no comparison or judgment of, ooh, I'm not good enough yet. Or if I only could be like so and so, then I would have success. So the evolution is the redefining what does success look like for you, not anybody else. This is you. Is it 2 days a week? Is it traveling the world and working? Is it having a full-time multi-million-dollar business? But really defining and coming back into alignment, coming back into that homeostasis where it feels good. And so that evolution that's really what we're always on as we stay in that S for self-discovery, self-love, self-awareness, is that we continue to grow and evolve and love ourselves in every angle. And when we dip back down, we never dip all the way back down. There is a dance, there's an up and there's a down and there's a sideways and there's a forwards. And it's all part of the Shine framework. And inside of the Shine circle community, we hold each other in that. So here's what's next, because I've had a lot of people reach out and say, so how do I get to be a partner? How do I get to be a mentor? How do I join your leadership program? And so I think the easiest thing for me to do is share this graphic. Now, hopefully you can see this, but you start down here as a member. Everyone that comes into my pathway, into my ecosystem, into the what's next has to start as a Shine Circle member. And the reason that it is that way is because we need to understand what is the Shine framework, how are we still standing in our own way? How is there an opportunity for us to come back more into alignment, into our truth, and really get to know ourselves? It's part of that clarity, confidence, courage cycle that I always talk about. So it's called leadership through self-discovery. That's that phase. And then you're in the circle you're a member for 3 to plus months, and you start to really grasp the concept and it really makes sense. And you're like, I love this so much. How can I get more involved? And you raise your hand and you say, I want to be a Shine partner. And in this Shine partner, these are the energy setters of the room. These are the welcome committee. These are the cheerleaders. These are the ones that are inviting women into the Be Extraordinary Women's Network, which, by the way, is a free group. These are the ones that are pointing and tapping somebody on the shoulder and saying, your story is amazing. I think you should get interviewed by Debbie. These are the people that are shouting in the outside world and saying, we're different over here. This is an amazing community where there is no competition, where we truly want everyone to shine their unique light. And this is called leadership through connection and invitation. And then you go down this road of being a Shine partner, and you are somebody that actually has a program, an offer, a community, and you say, I think I could be a mentor. I think that my program, my offers are so aligned and congruent with what you are already doing here. How can I step up and be a mentor? And what does that look like? And so that's leadership through guidance and visibility. The mentors get to I'll stop sharing right now. So what the mentors get an opportunity to do is be mentored by me, helping them to align and realign and fish out that what's the most important part of your message. Who are you really trying to reach? How can my community and the things that we believe in the Shine framework, how are they similar and how can they overlap? So you get a title, you get co-branded by me, you get to have authority and positioning within my ecosystem and my brand. You get to come in and teach once a month, whether it's 20-minute segment or a 1 hour segment. We work on that. What fits best? You're not teaching everything about your program. What you're doing is you're dripping it out in a really powerful way that the members of our community that have paid to come in there, you're speaking directly to them at that level. Now, yes, some of them might reach out to you and say, I need to come into your program. Like, what else do you offer? But you're not in my community to sell yourself. You're in there to support the whole. And what you're getting from me is a platform, the back end support, the portal, the replays, having close proximity to all of these other mentors, the co-branding, the authority, the credibility, um, all of the things, and then the mentorship of showing you how to do it. What I recognized a lot of the times is that these beautiful heart-centered entrepreneurs have all the things in a program. If I could just give them a stage or a platform or an audience, because the marketing and the finding the people, or how do I set up a Zoom room? How do I do a event? How do I get an email set up so they're automated to do all that? All that stuff stops them. It freezes them, and then they don't do it. Or maybe they've got that all figured out and they actually believe the same as I do in the power of the collective, that I've gone as far as I can go by myself. And now I believe that I'm meant to do this in community with other amazing mentors. And so there is an application process for that. And there is a fee because you are being mentored by me while you have a stage to support others. What I've heard from the mentors is that they're this thrilled because they get to practice. They get to see what lands. They get to figure out their timing on what does it look like to provide really high value in only 20 minutes? What does it look like to leave enough time for the live audience to interact with you? And so this is a safe container that they get to practice their offer, their confidence, their clarity, their words, their timing, and not worry so much about the marketing and all of the other ways in which we have to get people into the room. So from that point right there, the other thing that I'll tell you is to be a Shine partner. It's a 3-month commitment that you're making. And then we reassess whether you're a fit and you really are an active member and you really are inviting and holding space and engaging and welcoming people, or if there's maybe possibly something else for you. And the Shine mentors, in order for me to help you set up your program, get everything on the back end, be able to mentor you through enough, it's a 6-month commitment. And then after that, there's another opportunity for you to continue on. I hope that none of the mentors ever leave. I'm building out a team of 100 founding members. Now, these are members that have come in believing in the mission of the Shine Circle. They believe in collaboration. They believe in community. They believe that this is a space that gives them everything they need. And it includes the partners, and it includes the mentors. 100 people that believe in this, because together, the opportunities that are coming to me and through me for you is exactly what I'm building out. So with that, whether you're watching this, now on December 12th, or you're watching it next year sometime, and those 100 founding members have taken, there's still a spot for you. Now, the other one, last thing that I'll share. The last thing is a legacy leader. And what a legacy leader is somebody that has gone through my leadership program. And that is a leadership program that I do with Jenny Reyes. Now, she is somebody that not only do I love working with and I trust with everything that I have, but she understands. And that's what the pathway is all about, really immersing yourself in this pathway of where is there an opportunity for me but how is this working for me, through me, for more people, bigger reach, more collaborations, more opportunities? It's not a come in and grab the people and leave. It's a community that we're building out this together. And so, what I wanted to talk lastly about is my legacy leaders are allowed and invited into a collaboration. Jenny and I have built out the leadership momentum accelerator program. We actually call it leadership momentum journey because there's many offers within that journey of what does it look like to become a true leader of leaders. These are the people that truly know that their mission and message is bigger than just them and their audience. They actually do understand how what it looks like. Like Jenny is so beautiful into branding and bringing that puzzle, that integrator that takes all pieces of you. She does so much more than just helping you with your website. It's making sure the inner you and the outer you that's showing up on all the socials matches. And so we work really hand in hand with that. And that is a legacy leader. That is somebody that I collaborate with. And now at that level, you're actually building something with me. You take the risk, the profit or the loss with me. This is something we build out together. But you don't get to do that with me unless you've come up through that entire path that I showed you. So we're well over 20 minutes, but I needed to talk to everybody about what that pathway looks like, what the opportunities within my ecosystem look like, how I take the opportunities and the amazing things that are happening because of this curated and cultivated, beautiful community and collective that I'm building, what is being passed down through the people that are showing up in my world and truly want to do it with me. There's an investment in each piece. There's a time investment, there's an energy investment, and there definitely is also an abundance. And that abundance is two ways. I've made sure that everything that I build out is a win-win for both of us. So it's sustainable. I'm not in it to do this one and done. I'm doing this for the long term. So anyway, if you have more questions than this, if I haven't answered every question, then answer back to this video, the email, something, and somebody will reach out to you. And just know that we are here to help answer your questions, make sure that you're in the right space. But everything starts as a member, involving getting inside of the ecosystem, making sure you understand, supporting the mentors, supporting those that should be here, making sure that you're tapping people on the shoulder and say, did you even know this community existed? I think it's perfect for you. And then having a message and an offer and a role as a mentor, especially assigned role as a mentor inside of the ecosystem. Thanks, everybody.